Hello, Conejo Valley. I am so excited to be here tonight with you guys. It's been like a week since I've got to go live. I took a week off, but now I am back and I am so excited for who I have today. I keep hearing an echo here. I
It's my
have
fault.
that girl, real estate, Joanne Litman. I met Joanne a couple years ago, I guess now, right? It's been a couple
Yeah,
years
it
at a
has.
professional networking moms group. So it's this moms group that we go to, and it is all moms in our community that own their own businesses. We are all in different categories, but we're usually all struggling with the same things, and we can help keep each other accountable. And that's the biggest thing. Joanne has some great ideas. There was a planner you shared a while ago that I think I bought, and I loved it. It was about intentions and setting your intentions. And I'm just so excited to have you on the show because I feel
Thank
like you
you.
have so much knowledge and so many extra things that you would never think about just to track yourself and to keep yourself on task. So welcome, Joanne. Tell
Thank
us
you. Thank
a little
you.
bit about yourself.
Born and raised a Valley girl, the San Fernando Valley, the other Valley.
Other
I've
one.
been here my whole life, and basically left and came back, met the love of my life, who I've been married to now for 21 years. Like, we laugh. We're like, we can't believe we made it this far without smothering the other one with the pillow. So married with two kids. My kids are older. I am definitely on that silver yacht. Don't get mad, guys, but I have one in his second year of college, and my daughter's in 11th grade at Calabasas High School. So I see that island. It's out there. It's waiting for me.
You are almost there. You are almost
So
there. You
close.
almost made it. My dog just walked in to say hello. So
Oh,
if
hi,
you
puppy.
hear little feet and see a little dog jump up here, that is going to be my dog. And then my cat just also ran in. So we're going
No
to see how
problem.
this goes.
Yes.
Um, so you are in the real estate business. How did you get started in the real estate business?
That's a great question. For a very long time, people are always like, "Oh, you should get into real estate. You have that personality. You know how to talk. You're good at negotiating." I'm like, "Real what?" Like, I hated buying my house. It was the absolute worst experience. I've always done sales, and I worked at Nordstrom for a very long time. I was a department manager. I promoted rather quickly, and then realized after being pregnant with my second child that it was like, this isn't really for me. It was exhausting. So I started representing small companies and doing PR and marketing for them. And then this whole real estate thing just kept happening. And we already owned our home. Again, I hated the process. And I had a friend who unfortunately passed away. So he doesn't even know that I'm a realtor. And it's because of him that I'm here now. And, I'm still kind of new at it. I'm just going into my fifth year. And wow, best decision of my life. Like,
Nice.
amazing.
That
Yeah.
is awesome. And okay, so we are friends on Facebook. So I watch your journey and I watch you grow and sell and do all this cool stuff. What about the shoes?
Okay.
Tell us about the
You
shoes.
guys, who doesn't like shoes? And
Right?
whose husband says you buy too many shoes? So I came up with a deal. The negotiated bargain is every time I close an escrow, I get shoes. Now, at a certain price point of said escrow, I might get a designer handbag. So
Style.
the thing with the shoes is not only am I building my collection, but I also donate a pair of shoes. So I have a off topic question or conversation, with my clients. Do you know anyone that needs a pair of shoes? Do you know a child? Do you know an adult? And then I donate them a pair of shoes, but we don't really make it public because it's private. So
Oh,
it's
I
a shoe thing.
love that. I
Yeah,
always notice when we meet, I always notice your new shoes. So I'm like, what'd you get? What shoes are you
I
wearing?
love them. And they're not
Right?
always fancy. And I also try to match the shoes to my client's personality. So I plan it. I'm like, okay, this person is this. I worked with a client that was British, so I got Doc Martens.
Oh, I love
So
that.
yeah, so I
So each
try
of your
to
shoes
make it
has
about them.
it has like a story behind it, a house
Yep,
behind it, a family
absolutely.
that you found a home for.
Yep.
That is So cool. I love that. Well, I always like to start out. So first we're going to talk a little bit. I know you love Netflix shows as much as I do. So tell me, and if you are watching in the comments and you have a Netflix show that you feel that is not getting enough love, leave it in the comment section and help us out to fill. We have a child joining us. We'll see how well this does.
It's going to go great.
Right. Leave it in the comment section. But what are you watching on Netflix right now? Patriot, turn it down.
Well, the question should be, what have I finished on Netflix? Handmaid's Tale. Absolutely disturbing, but fascinating. I couldn't stop watching it. Literally to the point where I'm like, how is this really happening?
Right.
I'm actually going to order the book now. And it's crazy. And the greatest thing about Netflix right now, honestly, at night is really when I have the time. We sit down as a family, and this is not a family show by any means. But I, on the weekends, get up really early before the family so I can watch shows like this. Give it a shot. Ladies, gentlemen, it's truly brilliant and how it's written and how they put it together. But it's frightening. So there's your warning. So Handmaid's Tale is my recommendation.
All right, I'm going to try that one next. That always gets me, like the shows that have like all the seasons and you're like, oh my gosh, what did I jump into? I think I watched Jane the Virgin, and it was literally like 20 seasons with like 15 episodes, and I'm like, I'm never getting to anything else. And everybody's talking about all the new shows, and I'm just stuck on one show.
But now here's the problem. I don't think Handmaid's Tale is on Netflix. I think it's Hulu, so I may have screwed that one up.
Oh, so I got to get another one. I know all these different shows. I know. I'm waiting for the Marvelous Miss Maisel to come back out.
So good.
That next
Absolutely
season.
Love it. Somebody says, "Oh, you remind me of her." I'm like, "Thank you."
Oh, you do? Oh, I would be like, "Yep, that's me. I am for sure." Oh, I love
That's who I wanted to be for Halloween. Like, I wanted to be
Maisel. Good
costume.
That is a good costume. I have some skirts that would definitely go with that.
Awesome.
That's totally. I was thinking about being Peg Bundy for Halloween.
So good.
My hair would really work with it.
Yes, you should do it.
Right. All right. Yeah. And your favorite, I always like to ask this question because you know that I love food and I love to eat and I love to go out to eat. So what is your favorite restaurant in Conejo Valley?
All right. It's an interesting one. It is Mandarin Lotus in Agora off of Canaan. And here's the crazy, I wish I had the menu, but you unfold it and then you unfold it again, like, and then it goes one more time.
But like Chinese, or like Cece's, but like Chinese.
It's, yes, on steroids. But it's a fusion. Everything is gorgeous. Edible fruit and berries, and it's beautiful. There is vegan. There is gluten-free. There is sugar-free. There is dairy-free. There is just vegetarian. She'll ask you, what do you like? Let me just make you something. Oh, so amazing customer service, family-owned business. I'm all about the family-owned. Phenomenal food. Oh, not very inexpensive, but
worth it.
Well worth it. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Well, I am going to have to go there. I haven't been there yet, so I'm going to go try that. All right. So to the interesting stuff, the stuff that I love doing these because I love to give people information. And I feel like moms, we have a lot of information. We ask a lot of questions. We research a lot. So the information is so important. And I hope that if you don't have time to watch this right now, you can come back and watch it next time or later. Don't forget that if you do have any questions, you can leave them in the comments section. So first off, let's start by talking selling your home. What are some of your, biggest tips to someone, especially right now during pandemic? And I think I've seen you do these awesome videos where you're in your PPE and you're, able to social distance correctly. But I mean, I'm sure that selling your home during COVID times comes with its own set of different aspects that go along with it. So what are your biggest tips to selling your home right now to people in the Conejo Valley?
Number one, be clear on what your comfort level is. The last thing a lot of people want right now is a lot of foot traffic in their home. Let's talk about feet. I ask that everyone removes their shoes We wear gloves. I provide hand sanitizer, and I like to schedule the showings that are convenient with my sellers by appointment only, but in the sense of back to back, with giving me enough time to go into the home, wipe down doorknobs, even though they're still wearing gloves and using hand sanitizer, and sweep up the floors and clean it up. Right now, COVID has brought that awareness of cleanliness to both parties. You want to open a closet door. You want to open the shower door. You're buying a home. You have to make sure that it suits your needs. So I try to give myself enough time, get the clients in and out, get me in, wipe it down so the next set of clients can come in. That's number one. And then number two is, again, is coming up with that schedule. What works best with the seller? I am to the side of don't spend a lot of money to list your home. There's never that guarantee you can get out of that or get that out. However, with COVID, sales prices are skyrocketing, as you probably all have seen. So if the home is just not showable, if it smells because you have a cat or whatever, we'll address those simple things. But I'd rather say list your home in its condition, clean it up, and then let that new buyer do what they want to that home.
Nice. Well, that makes it easier, right? So for those of you, especially right now, because I feel like getting those contractors in and out of your home safely and changing that stuff up can be quite the tedious task for something that you don't know if it's going to work out or not.
Honestly, and what if you love what you did? You loved those marble granite countertops that you put in, and someone's like, they walk in and they hate them. It hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
You've just spent all that money, all that time and aggravation. Let them do what they want. Maybe they want to bring back tile. Tile is not coming back, but maybe they want to bring it back. I don't know.
Tile, who knows? All right. And I feel like as being a real estate agent, this is probably the best part of probably your job, because you get to give people their home. You get to see what they need and see what they want and, make their dreams come true. So for right now, especially during COVID and, having the housing market, the prices go up and everything that's going on, what are your biggest tips for buying a home?
So I'm doing things a little differently. For instance, when a buyer is pre-approved, so nowadays, this is a new-ish COVID thing, is before we could say, oh, could we go see 123 Main Street? Now we have to have a signed, it's called a PED, it's a property and
I think I lost you there for a second.
of money. Am I back?
There you are. I see you now. There we go.
All right. So the pre-approval process, when you're pre-approved for, let's say, $500,000, even though you really want to spend $500,000, you know exactly what that mortgage payment's going to look like. I ask my clients, let's look about $20,000 under that max pre-approval amount. Why, Joanne? Why? I'm not going to find anything. Because I need wiggle room to work up. Yeah. I don't want to get outbid and you're to a point where you can't go up. I want you to be comfortable to go up and say, oh yeah, I can afford that. So that's one of my tips. Be very, very cautious with your pre-approval. Look just below.
Especially if you find something that you absolutely love and it is, $10,000 or $20,000 below your max budget, then you have room and you're like, I would have never been able to get this. So nice.
And unfortunately, buyers, when they're given that number, they want to hit that number. We're going to get there, I promise you. But let's do it in a way that we know you could work, because no one just has an extra $10,000 or $20,000 sitting in their bank. I mean, or they do, but maybe you want to put that towards furniture or paint or redoing a bathroom. So I'm really conservative with that.
Yeah, I think that's a really good tip. And I mean, I think that when we were buying our house, I think that we looked at something like 97 houses.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We got outbid on probably 5, and one that we wanted really bad that unfortunately a contractor came in and purchased and sold it for like so much more a couple of months later.
Yep.
So that is a really good tip. Well, and now, go ahead.
I was just going to give you a little market statistic. So here's the coolest thing. There's 62% more buyers looking at homes, but 38% less homes compared to last year available on the market.
Wow.
What do? You
Yeah.
have to be positioned correctly to win the deal.
Yeah. That's incredible to think of it that way. Buying a home is such like a stressful process.
It can be.
The buying of the home. I'll be honest, when we bought our home, I was 9 months pregnant.
Oh.
We were able to move into our home. We got our keys on August 5th. My due date was August 9th.
Oh my gosh.
And my daughter's birthday is August 16th. And it was one of the most stressful times ever. Even though I rolled around in a chair the whole time, I didn't really stand. I just wheeled in like an office chair. It was quite hilarious. And I was obsessed with chocolate milk. It was my first kid, so I ate everything under the sun, and I drank every chocolate milk, every beverage that had 10,000 calories in it, and wheeled around in a chair. And I could not imagine moving again or buying a house again right now. But I know that I have referred clients to you, and they come back to me. And it's not just like you're their real estate agent anymore. You have became their friend. They are calling you after, the sale of their house is done. You've built a lifelong friendship. So with that, tell us about where people can find your information, the services you offer, and all of that good stuff.
Yeah. So social media is a great place to find me, Joanne Litman. Instagram shows a little different side of me. You'll see more shoes there. On my business page on Facebook, it's a little bit more analytics, a little bit more market statistics, a couple of different types. Like Kinsey, I'm not just a realtor. I'm a mom, know, and it starts there. And I'm a networker and a relationship builder. And if you need a plumber, I have a great one. If you need a therapist, I have that too.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm that girl. My husband actually named me that a while ago because people would just call me for the most random things. It's like, I'm not just a realtor. I'm that girl that will connect you. I'm that girl that might say, I don't know, but let me find out.
I can find someone that knows somebody. Yeah.
Totally. So it's really fun for me. And I'm happy to help anybody with that, especially small businesses. This is my passion. If you have a small business and you're really struggling on social media, I just want 15, 20 minutes of your time, and I'll teach you a few of my tricks. Because a lot of my business does come from social media. So I'm putting it out there. If anyone wants it, it's yours to have. You just have to contact me.
I love it. And I know that that when we meet for our professional moms group, we always talk about, tracking yourself and doing things with intention and being aware of yourself. And I feel like for moms right now, especially during this pandemic, sometimes that can be hard because it feels like Groundhog's Day every day.
What's today? Is
exactly.
It Wednesday or Thursday?
There's days that this is my office. This is where I go to leave my house, is in the corner of my bedroom. And I don't leave the house sometimes for 3 or 4 days, but yet my kids have gone to school. I've done 3 or 4 Zooms, and I've gotten a ton of work, but we tend to forget our tracking ourselves and those intentions.
16-year-old daughter started doing it this year because this Zoom stuff is insane. And that book that I shared with you, it's a professional planner. I bought it on Amazon. If anyone's got any questions, I can send you the link privately. And just writing it down, knowing what you're doing tomorrow is so helpful. Remember, we talked about not really watching TV during the day, but I do get to watch TV when I fold laundry.
Me
I do
too.
it in my bedroom.
I'm like, I'm folding laundry, the TV's going on, and it's my show.
And I don't hate folding laundry anymore because now I'm like, oh, cool. I'll have an hour in between the day and I get to do that. But intentionally show up every single day. I do the silliest things. When I wake up at 5:20 in the morning to do my 6 a.m. workout every single day, I say, hello, try it. I promise you it makes a difference. And it's silly. And sometimes I accidentally say it out loud and my husband's like, what? I'm like, nothing.
I'm talking. Nope.
So I'm very intentional. I wake up. I'm very regimented in what I do now, but I also have an idea of what I'm doing. So write it down. Track what you're doing. If you're a small business owner, you have to have so many no's to get a yes. You've all heard that. But I track it. I track my day and what I do. And if it's not in my phone, I'll forget.
Yeah.
And so I write things down. I'm very old school. I always have my notebook with me. I'm constantly writing stuff down because I'm not good at a list, but I'm good at saying, oh, I did this today and I did that today. So just show up intentionally, wake up in a positive way, take care of you moms and dads. Joining this local gym for myself has been the greatest thing. Hi, Kitty.
Hello. This is King Kitty. He is
Kitty.
my feet.
Love it.
Yeah, I love that. I just went to, I'm going this year to Google Calendar. I haven't stopped writing things down in my book, but now I'm making it into a digital, which has been very hard for me because I need to write. I'm the type of person where I'm like,
I'm a writer.
If I don't write it, I'm not gonna get it. But we went to a digital calendar so my husband we can share calendars. We're seeing how it goes. But thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. Don't forget to check out Joanne's page at That Girl Real Estate. You can find her on Moms of Conejo Valley. We'll also leave this video up. So if you want to share it with your friends, if you would like to rewatch it later, please feel free. Thank you for joining us, everyone. And we will see you next time. Thank you, Joanne. Bye.
Bye.